Hello everyone, it is Charlotte here and it is a rainy day. Just a great day to stay inside. I've got some Coke Zero. I've got a fairly cleaned up place to work. So I want to continue on the envelopes and get them done. I have some really pretty Hug Snug seam binding ribbon that I think will go really well to wrap them up. And then I kind of was playing around with embossing glaze and some paints on this metal key, and I really was beginning to think that this key looks pretty pretty medieval. It's kind of cool, so we're going to put that. And then the envelope part will be done, and we are going to go on with the file folder because I want layers of envelopes on the front of that file folder that's going to have the journal and what I'm hoping will be flip outs and that sort of thing, but I have no idea yet how I'm going to be doing any of that. So this one is probably the simplest one to continue with because I did try one of the envelopes and then I was looking at the back and I felt that it was just too plain. So I'm going to put this butterfly there, but then I'm also going to put something over this that gives it some texture. So maybe some crystal glaze. I will show you what I did on the inside. Boy, you can hear the rain falling, and that is just such a special thing because we don't get that very often. I did pull out my Tree of Life stamp, wax seal stamp, and pulled out some silver. I really wanted to match this kind of lavender color or this blue color, and I couldn't. I didn't want gold because it just kind of faded away, so I went ahead and did that yesterday. And then this morning, this is what I have in there. Here is this piece of envelope. So I think this makes great, a great journal page. And I may come back, I may go print some vellum, a vellum page from the kit to also include in here. So there'll be 2 kits. And then I will go over the acetate with a baby wipe and make sure that that's as clean as I can get it. And this will be done. So while we're here together, let me go ahead and I've got some Nuvo crystal glaze. So let me put this in my glue before I get a clog. There we go, put that away. And then I am just going to go, I don't know if my hand will be in the way, but I am just gonna go around this butterfly with some Nuvo glaze because it gives it a little sheen and makes it just a little 3-dimensional. I hold that up, I can see where I need just a little bit more, and then I don't have air bubbles. So I don't know, hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to put that off to dry. It's pretty damp today. That's going to take, I have found overnight is best. It takes hours to dry this stuff. It's never for me dried fast, maybe because maybe I put a lot on. So we have this one here, and I haven't picked anything for the inside, but I picked something for the outside. So let's do this one last. Then I have, if you remember this really pretty envelope here, I think I am going to put this on here like that, and then that will peek through here. So let's go ahead and do this one. and my window is more off to the side like this is. So we are going to put this using our, put this on using our, God, I just noticed there's a little bee there. It's so cute. Using our glue stick. So happy first week of January, everyone. Amazing. We are in a new year. And I'm looking at this and thinking I should have something in between these layers here, like that, so that I don't get any glue on the other side. And we are just going to kind of pull this up and work with it. Boy, I don't know if you can hear that rain in the background. So nice. December is usually the month, our coldest month, and it is the month if we're going to get rain, we usually get it in December. So I'm not going to be putting any kind of collage or anything over this envelope. I'm going to leave the envelope the way it is, or the paper, I should say. And so I want to make sure that my napkin, I don't know why I'm saying envelope. I want to make sure that my napkin is completely down. We're just going to pull it back just a little bit, and then I do have a glue eraser handy for that glue that I did not get under the napkin. And then I could just go ahead and tear this off, but I think I'm going to go ahead. We've got this sweet bird, and I'm going to go ahead and put it there, and it will just extend over into the other page, and I think that'll look really pretty too. You could journal on top of this napkin if you wanted to, because it does not have any kind of a sealant on it. It's just the napkin. I can't imagine journaling over the napkin, but you could. If you wanted to and you needed the space, you certainly could. Like all my other projects, I will be listing this in my shop when it's done, but we have quite a ways to go. This is going to be a large project with what I'm hoping is many pieces. Whoops, well, that's okay. You don't even miss that. Sometimes that happens. But I think we're good. Get my eraser. It might work better. My glue's not dry, so I think I'm going to have to wait. Oh, I hear a train now too. Well, I've got the best of both worlds right now. So I'd like for this to dry because I can't put it in the envelope for you to see until it is dried. And I can't erase it. So we're going to just set this off. Look at how pretty that is though, but I can see where I definitely need to get the glue off. That was pretty dry. I think we're good there. We're pretty good here at the bottom. So yeah, happy first of the year week. I am going to get out my Margaret Miller. Okay, so that is going to go in here. I might be able to slip this in here so you can take a peek. And I did put it, put it down towards the other end? I did. I didn't put it down, but it's okay. Look at how pretty that is. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't move it all the way down here, but that's okay. I can always do the vellum and put the vellum on the first page. So I'm going to let this dry so I can come back. Oh, I think we may already be dry. No, just a little bit. And then I'll come back and erase that. And then this envelope here is going to get this piece of napkin. And normally I would take the Michael Design Works, I would take that elephant off, but I think that is so cute that I'm leaving it on. I think it just adds, I like the blue, and so yes, I am going to leave that on. And let's put this in like that so that I can't do anything on the other side of this paper. So we're going to get this down. These are napkins that were sent to me, Crafts by Diane, that I had shared online. It was the big box of a bunch of beautiful, beautiful napkins. So I went through that and I put all the fall and the Christmas and the Halloween away and found these to use, my Medieval Mirage project. And if you check the, well, I'll put the kit in every one of the description boxes, so you can go head over to Medieval Mirage if you want to check this kit out, because it's absolutely gorgeous. And then check and see if you've got any edges that want to come up. Get those down. If you don't get them down, you stand a chance of tearing your napkin, especially when you're putting your paper in and out of your envelope. So you want to try to get all your little edges down. And I think we have it. And I think with this one, I am going to just put just a little bit of Distress ink on here. And you could, I typically like to come back with some gesso, but I don't think on this project I'm going to do that. I think that wants to come up just the tiniest bit right there. So that needs to dry some. And this goes in here. And I think this one, I didn't do anything up there. I might put a little bit of napkin up there. Let's see if we can seal this one up. I don't know, I might be shaking the camera. Sorry if I am. Yeah, I'll kind of blend that in a little bit. See what this looks like. So pretty. Put this in here. Yeah, I think I will probably print some tracing paper, some vellum, and add that. So I know I've got to clean that up. But for the most part, this one is done. And I think I can put that in here and we'll be good. It's going to go in like this. Should fit. I was really good at cutting these papers today. There we go. So that is how, now, in you go. There you go. So that is how that looks. You've got a little bit of the yellow, and you've got the green, and you've got blue. And so I think that looks really, really pretty. And I don't really have to add anything here, but I might add a piece. I don't really want to take anything away from anything, so I'm not too sure. But then we have this one here. This one is just so beautiful. And I am going to add this right here like that. So put that on about like that. And this has a bird, and it's got flowers, and it's got little eggs, bird eggs. So that's really pretty. And I know I'm going to go from end to end here. So let's get that down, and then we will work our way up, and then we'll work our way down. Nice and smooth, no wrinkles. That's the one thing about using the glue stick, is you can smooth out all the wrinkles and just get the nicest finish. You just take it slow and then just pull back your edges. I also have used the glue stick directly on the napkin, and I've had pretty good luck with that. But you have to be careful because you could tear your napkin. So you want to be patient. Just take it a little bit at a time and smooth it out. See how pretty that is, how smooth that is. Cut the least little bit here. Just like that. I love those raggedy edges. So pretty. Let me see if we've got the tiniest little bit, just right there, barely enough even to put any glue on, but we want to get that edge down. So when you open this up, you've got this side here, and then you open it up and look at how pretty that is. So we are going to tuck this into here. And it should go in just like that. I know you might be getting glare, but isn't that just beautiful? It's just really, really pretty. And then this piece here, if I am wondering, turn this around this way. That might be what I had planned. Because I'm sitting here thinking, how did I mess that up so badly? And I didn't. There we go. That's how it was supposed to go. Yep, there we have it. And I can see where I need the tiniest little bit of glue. Just the tiniest bit right here. And then let me dip this paper towel in some water. I'm too impatient to want to go get a baby wipe. And I've got a cup of water, so see if I can clean this up. It looks really good. And this one too. Looks really good. And then this one. Okay, so we've got these three, and I remembered, yes, the last video I had said something about wanting to show you the bags for the journals, and I didn't do that, and I apologize. So I have nothing in this piece of tea-dyed paper that is inside of this one, but I do want to add, you can see I did put a seal on this envelope, then that'll just look really pretty. And here is the front. And as beautiful as this is, I just felt like it needed something. And so I pulled this here and had to be careful not to cover that stamp. But we have a butterfly and we have a little bit of, couple little yellow flowers. And I just thought it just draws your eye where I think it should be. So I'm going to try this and hope I don't rip it. Just this butterfly, so I get it down where I know I need it. Just put the glue on the butterfly. I don't want any strings in the way. I don't want to cover up the stamping. So we're going to put this like that, and then go ahead and hopefully get my glue where I need it. And get this down. And I don't think I got my edges. And then I'm going to put the littlest bit on the back. I think that makes all the difference in the world. And then I thought about putting another piece up there, and it just looked way too busy for me. And so when I turned it over to look at the back, I just thought right here is, I think, perfect. This was the little bit that was left from the piece on the front. Let's see if I can do this. This may not work. Let's see if I can get this up without tearing it. And so far, I'm not having any luck getting it up. Yeah, I'm losing it. So let's see if I can just the littlest bit is so pretty. We'll see if I can get this down. It works better with a larger piece. But let's see if, I think the kids are outside next door playing in the rain. Here we go. We have these little pieces, but we don't need them. Just that little piece is just enough to give you a little something else to look at. And then I didn't do anything in here, and the reason I didn't is because this is folded in fourths, but as I'm looking at it, I could, this is the napkin that I used, I could take this, I've already used this on, one of the others, but I think this might be really pretty, so should we do it? You could put this down here like that and just trim this off. We don't need it. Let me get, this is 3-ply, so let's pull this off. There's the 1-ply. There is the 2nd-ply. There we go. Oh, I think that'll be really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's get this down on this. So let me get this fold out, and I don't think I'm off camera, guys, but just in case I am just gluing the bottom part of this napkin. And I can see where I didn't get it here at all. There we go. Smooth out my lines. And pull this back. Don't be afraid to pull it back because you do have quite a bit of wiggle room with this. And I am using Avery glue stick, in case you're wondering. You can see how smooth that is. It's really nice. And so we're going to pull it back. I'm not going to say you won't ever tear it because I have torn it, but you usually can get it right, lay it right back down and smooth it out. Just like that. And then I'd like to start my Margaret Miller this week. So I've got to see what the prompts are and get that together, because if you have to sit here while I'm trying to think of prompts, bring your sleeping bag, literally. So I've got to check the prompts, and we will start the Margaret Miller. I think it's once a week, so that's doable for me, once a week. And I think she started a new prompt, not a prompt, but a new challenge. And I'm trying to check that out. I don't want to get myself so involved with so many things that it's like last year, where it's too stressful for me and then you hate giving it up. you feel like you can't do what you said you'd do. So I'm not going to fold this over. I'm just going to take these edges and kind of tear them off. But look at how pretty that is. So then when you open this page, depending upon if you open it up or you open it out, look at how pretty that is. So you've got all of this here, and then you've got this. And maybe just go over this really quickly, just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit, because we've got a lot of white. And if you wanted to, you could bring the gold in. I'm not real sure if you used your precious metals on this, what that would do to your, because it's a paint, what it would do to your napkin. So I would say you need to be real careful about that. Now I am missing the one envelope that we put the Nouveau Glaze on. But let's see what this will look like if we tie it up with the key. I see a little piece right there. Come back, make sure we get it all on. Sometimes you'll find that if you come back with your dauber, you'll find little pieces that are not adhered. Boy, it is really raining. I'm so glad that I didn't wait until today to take my mom out to lunch, because this I would have had to cancel. This would have been impossible. So, all right, guys, so we've got these gorgeous, and I'm wondering, where should that be? Should that square envelope be on the bottom? Probably on the bottom. And then we've got that and that, and we've got this one. I think I'm going to put this at the top. And I'm going to be thinking about if I want to put any napkin on here. I'm not sure. So I did tear this little piece off. I might come back to it and see, because I'm going to have to open all this up to get the other one on. But let's get out our ribbon and let's tie this up and see how it's going to look, because this is not going to go, it's going to go as part of the journal packet, but it is not going to be attached in any way to the journal. This is going to be its own thing. And I think I am going to do it this way. Come on, Charlotte, get it together. Yes, I think I'm going to do it this way. And I do, like I said, I do have the other one. I think I'm going to have to make this longer. I want to attach the key. So let's see how this is going to look, and if we like it. Yeah, definitely have to make that longer. So I am going to make this longer, because do I want a bow or do I just want strings? I don't know. I kind of like it just like that. And I've got this key to where it just looks old and rusty. And that's pretty cool. I probably should do a video on that. So, oh my gosh, guys, this is beautiful. I know you've got glare here, and I apologize for that. Let me put this right there and get rid of this, and maybe that will help the glare. This is really beautiful. This is just going to go as part of that whole design team project. So I think I'm going to go ahead and print off some vellum. Somebody asked me what type of paper I use, and I use computer paper from Costco, and I print glossy. I don't buy glossy paper, just regular paper, but I have the printer set. I don't have an inkjet. I use a laser printer, and I have that set on a glossy setting. So I get a lot of questions about that, but oh my gosh, this is really beautiful, isn't it? And I'll think about the ribbon. Maybe I'll tie a bow and see which way I like it. But I really quickly want to address the bags and the journals. So these are the largest bags that I have left. I had created a bunch of these that I used to sell European soaps, and I would pack the soaps in these bags. And I created 3 different sizes. This is the largest. Then there was this size here, and then these little minis here. And so what I want to do is make journals and put the journals in these bags. So I have a couple people that are interested, and this is one that I had already cut. So this is going to be a little journal. I have somebody that wants the journal as close to the one that I just did. And so I'm going to try to do that, but I've got the border of this fabric left over, and all the insides are this because that was the inside of the quilt, the opposite side of the quilt. The back side of the quilt, this was the front. No, that's wrong. This was the back side of the quilt, and this is, where did this come from? Maybe this is the fabric that I used. Yeah, that must be, because there's batting in here, so I must have just put that on there to use that because I thought that that was pretty, and I had quite a bit of that fabric left over. So yeah, pay no attention to what I'm saying. When they're done, I'll show them. But this is going to be one. This is the one that I'm working on for somebody that's interested, and even though it's not, because they don't have the fabric that the other bag was on, and because these are all pre-made, I know the other one had a doily at the bottom. I am adding a snippet here. It's just pinned. You can see it's not on, but this is going to be the bag that probably a journal for her is close to the one that I just sold will go into. And then this one here, I think I probably will put, I've got this fabric here that says love, and I've got this. I think I probably will put this one with this one here. I don't think I'll have any trouble with that fitting, but that's really, really pretty. So if the person that asked me to create the one as close to the one I just sold, if you would prefer this bag, can you let me know if you're watching this video? Otherwise, it's going to go in this bag here. So yeah, just to give you I mean, this is just chit chat nonsense, but yeah. So that's what those bags are, and I'm sorry I had said something about it before and then just got carried away. So guys, that's it. Now I'm rambling, so I am going to close this down. And thanks for hanging with me. This was really fun. I'm absolutely loving this. So now what I need to do is get the file folder out, try to get some idea, because I want to layer envelopes on the front that open up, and then you can also then open up the file folder, and the envelopes will be the cover with all the different layers, because the kit is so beautiful and offers so much. So guys, have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye guys.